What's up, guys? Blood Tank here, and it's an introduction to my new gaming channel. Originally, this was intended to be a live streaming Diablo 3 channel with PvP competition and all that, and strategy and getting deep down into Diablo 3. But Diablo 3 has sort of left my heart, and I will explain more about that in a bit. I just want to mention what this channel will be about now. It will now focus on PC industry in general, PC games, PC hardware, PC game development and design. We're going to start debating on what's wrong with the PC industry, what's wrong with certain PC games, how we can fix it, how we can reestablish our once great dominant platform and community. But today we're going to talk about Diablo 3, and the topic of today is going to be what is wrong with Diablo 3? A lot of us kind of quit playing. I know I did. Been around a few YouTube channels and seen a lot of content, and a lot of others that kind of came out and said they kind of quit. So we're going to dig down deep and figure out truly why we quit playing and what is wrong with Diablo 3. I think the first most dominant thing I see going around with the people talking on the internet is the auction house killed Diablo 3, and I do not believe this one bit. I don't buy into that at all. Obviously, you put a tool in front of somebody, they're going to feel it's a bit cheesy or whatnot, but I don't think the auction house has anything to do with why Diablo 3 is not as fun as Diablo 2, or why it just didn't meet our expectations. Of course, some people enjoy the game, so the same for everybody, but for those of us who feel a little bit like just a little disappointed, I think I have a little bit more deeper feeling, at least for myself, of what is wrong with Diablo 3. And let's dive right into Act 1. I thought Act 1 was incredible. I thought it was the greatest part of the game. It's not even debatable. It was Diablo 3. I think they really did a great job on Act 1. And then, Act 1, you went through it, you hacked and slashed, you got through it all, you killed the Skeleton King and all that, and then you went and you did it again and again. And in beta, if everybody was in beta, we did it over and over, and it didn't get boring. It didn't get tiring. You knew what was coming up. Nothing kind of was like, oh, I didn't want to do this or do that. You kind of could go left or right in certain areas, depending on if you knew something might be there. And it was just a great mix all the way through. It was developing the story a little bit, and that's what I want to get into further, the story. Moving into Act 2. Act 2 has a great story. It's about Cull, and I think everybody loved Cull. And I think even deep down inside, everybody even kind of wanted to join him. If we got that option, we would have, right? That was great. But I think that kind of is the start of the problem. I think too much audio dialogue took place in Diablo 3. Way too much audio dialogue. This kind of took the focus out of the game and put it into the story, where I don't know if you can do that in Diablo 3 in a hack and slash grinder. I feel Diablo 3 is about the game. It's about playing it. It's not about the immersion, the experience that they try to do in like an FPS war game shooter. I don't think people are playing Diablo 3 for the story. Especially it's a game that you play over and over again. So you're gonna, the more story you put into it, you're just gonna either hate it or like it more. And so they took away the focus, and the story was kind of, to me, it was comic book hero style. And I did not like that at all. The bosses, to me, they were not dark. They were not, this nightmarish, evil, scary feeling. They were kind of just like, oh, ho, 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 you killed that, but that don't matter because I did this, over and over again. I don't know, to me, that was cheesy, man. That's just, I don't know. And then on top of it, okay, so now, there's all this Act 2 and Act 3 and Act 4. I don't know, you get to the boss fights is what I guess I'll talk about now, and they weren't fun in the later acts. I think Skeleton King, honestly, when I think of greatest boss fights in the game, I've done them all. Many of them were so easy, I don't even understand why they were bosses. And others had such stupid attacks. You always had to kind of kite them and do silly things, and I don't know, I did not like the boss fights at all, other than the Skeleton King, which even I think was better in beta than it was in the final game. He didn't seem to do his attacks like we kind of suspected in beta, and he just kind of chopped them down, and I don't know. but boss fights were weak, and I think that takes away from the grind. When you're grinding through a game and you're getting to a solution that you don't like as well, you're getting drained. You know, it's wearing you down. That's when there's no fun in the game. And I believe the later acts, 2, 3, and 4, the grind was not fun as well as it was in Act 1, where you could kind of do things. You could hit a pot, you can do this, and it was just totally different in the later acts. And there was a lot of places you didn't like to be in 2, 3, and 4. Well, I can't think of one place I don't mind hacking through in Act 1. There was just a lot of places, like the spider lair, I don't think I like that, and you know, those caves and stuff. I didn't think I enjoyed that in the later acts. It was just a grind, and it made it feel really long, like when you were going through that. And then, basically, I think the real problem with Blizzard, they cut off their own They cut off their own feet. Basically, I think the level design of having to go 1 through 30, you know, through normal mode, 30 to 50 through nightmare, and 50 to 60 through difficulty levels, I really believe that was why they took them so long to make this game, and why it came out to be so poor, is that they had to cram so much content into these later acts to get the story out, which, I mean, they had all that time in Act 1, which set it up nicely, but then it was crammed in, and they couldn't put everything. I bet you there's tons of content we didn't see because they had to chop it out, so that, like, when you're going from level 50 to 60, you know, in the final mode, they had to, you know, get the, and you could see that by how we hardly even see Diablo at all, even though Diablo was there. But I mean, we never really learned nothing about that, what's going on, you know. It's just, and then it was just slapped together all cheesy with these stupid twists. And yeah, I think they basically, the difficulty mode of Diablo 3, in my opinion, feel free to share your opinion, but I truly think that it's just difficulty levels 1 to 30, 30 to 50, and 50 to 60, why Diablo sucks. That's my honest to God opinion. I believe they couldn't accomplish what they really wanted to with the story, and then it crammed everything in there, and it took you out of your grind, it took you out of your place, and it took you out of Diablo. So, there you go. That is what I think is wrong with Diablo 3. Feel free to comment, leave your opinions, and all that stuff. Send me emails if you want to discuss things further. Maybe we'll look forward to Diablo 3 once again when the PvP comes out. Not sure when that's coming out, or even if they're going to work on it further. We'll just have to wait and see, but I really think there's a lot of balance issues in those classes. That is the reason why they're holding it back now. But yeah, subscribe to this channel if you're interested in more debating of PC games. We're going to get down into PC development and talk about what is wrong with developers today. What are they doing wrong? Why they don't understand what fun is anymore. Hopefully we can unite, bring back the client server platforms on this once dominant PC gaming platform, and grow again. And we'll talk about what I consider in the next video. I will be talking about this little segregation that I'd like to be have done in the gaming industry altogether, and that is gamer and player. And I'll talk more about what I mean in the upcoming video. So check out, subscribe, check out my next video. It should be coming out in a day or two, and I'll discuss what I mean by all of that. And we'll try to inform the developers of games what fun is, and we'll let them know. We'll dig deep into why their games are failing. We'll explain to them how their cookie cutter methods are not working. And if you're interested in that and some hardware reviews and stuff like that, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you soon. This is Blood Tank.